Hi, I'm Lois Myers over here visiting my daughter Sarah McCullough and her husband Ben with their three little children, one is almost 2 years old, Emery, and the twins, 4 years old, Conley and Campbell. And Conley's having a hard time eating meat right now these days, so I'm here to demonstrate a recipe, okay, Sarah?
Okay.
And if you could just show me making this very quick, nutritious, meat-packed, protein-packed, easy to fix dinner or lunch for the wee ones. I'd appreciate it if you want to just hold it over here on the pan. This is like a, fry pan, gas heat. Notice the meat. I wanted you to see that it's 93% lean and 7% fat, and it says ground round, okay, or ground beef. And I asked the butcher if it was ground round, and he said that it was. The source of the meat is very important to begin with. Your best ground meat is your ground round and your ground sirloin. These are two excellent cuts of meat that are very flavorful and very nutritious and tend not to be so fatty like chuck. Okay, and you also want to make sure that this is USDA meat. I used to sell meat with Kansas Packing, a large meat packing house in New York City, and I learned the difference between USDA and US inspected meat. USDA is a graded meat, whether it's prime choice or good. US inspected just means that it's fit for human consumption, graded, or it's stamped by the US Department of Agriculture, and that's all that US inspected is. So your source of meat is excellent. It does not have to be organic necessarily, unless you're really a health buff. But notice I'm not going to use my hands when I put this meat in the pan, because you know why? There's an outbreak of E. coli, which is spread in meats today, largely in a lot of the big meat packing houses, and they've had a lot of trouble controlling that. So to avoid getting E. coli, you want to wash your hands. My best advice is do not touch the meat with your hands to begin with, or chicken, and use your utensils. All right, we've got a high heat going here, and what we're doing with this ground round, we're chopping it up very fine. So if Conley has any problems with her throat, maybe a little bit of a cough or sinus going on, because we live in the tropics here in Houston where people get a lot of allergies and have a lot of throat and nasal problems. So I'm just kind of chopping this up very fine, very quickly, making sure we're going to get proper temperature here and cook this thoroughly, because another reason that people are getting E. coli is the meat is not kept or cooked at a proper temperature, not thoroughly enough, and it's not put in the refrigerator within 30 minutes after cooking it. You should never let any meat sit out for more than 30 minutes, or chicken out on a counter. So while that cooks, I'm going to also just show you another product we're going to add the meat to when it's finished. Can I turn this up, honey? Yeah, I'm going to turn that up. Oh, there we go. Trying to hurry. Hi, Ben. How are you doing? Good. Okay, and then see, this is ragu spaghetti sauce flavored with meat. I think this is the best of their product varieties in their spaghetti sauce. It is absolutely delicious, and there's a little bit of meat in there, gives it a great flavor, okay? So we're just kind of letting this simmer here and cook itself to a nice brown consistency. Another thing that you might want to do is to mash it up with a fork. I'm going to take the spoon off here. And see, you want to mash up these little pieces of meat because it won't get stuck in their little throats. You see how I'm making it very fine. And also the spaghetti flavor will get into the meat flavor and make it more palatable. Make it have a better flavor, the meat. Some children just don't like meat. So this is the whole point of this exercise, is to try to get Conley to eat meat, which makes The protein builds great brains and muscle power and teeth and everything that functions in your body. So protein comes first. P-R-O means first in Greek or Latin. So protein is first. It's a key to being healthy. I noticed that the little girls, Connolly and Campbell, like fresh veggies too. They love the cucumbers and tomatoes and that tossed green salad. You know, the important thing is you want to develop good eating habits when the children are very young, that they can carry with them through life and get them to learn to like eating vegetables. Raw vegetables are best. And fruits, fresh fruits like the peaches I brought and the nectarines that you brought them, Sarah, from the store. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. You've got a good head start. It looks a nice brown consistency. I'm ready to pour the spaghetti sauce in here. And I think the fork got it all chopped up enough. So once you have done that, you add this spaghetti sauce and just let it kind of soak in and simmer. And I would suggest letting it simmer for at least 30 minutes. And of course, we're going to shut off the video, but I will be very surprised if Connolly and Campbell and Emery don't just love this. Now, isn't that quick and easy to do with a fresh tossed salad and fruit for dessert? They're set for life. This is Lois Myers for all you grandparents out there. This is what you can do to help your grandchildren too. God bless.